Hey, PS, great. The last digit of your like on this video is someone from the meme background, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your subject from the meme background. So come down right now, subscribe and like. Look at the screen, pay attention to the last digit of your like and your subscription. And write someone from chalk background in the comments. It's simple, if your like is the 8th, and the last digit of the subscription is number 5, then you are a lemon with a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy your viewing. Great, dear friends. You're on the Melancholy channel. In this video I will show you the most powerful weapon in the chalk playground. But I won't waste your time. Enjoy your viewing. And now we have moved to the chalk playground itself and look at my cool skin first. I've already shown it in this video, but I still can't get enough of it. In general, I really like my job. And so I decided, I was inspired by my own work and decided to make a weapon, with whom I have already done pretty good in my opinion. And why not just draw a new weapon, make it really cool, add sounds, add your own effects and a lot. Well, that is, to do your own thing. That is, it is absolutely nobody's weapon, that is, it is my weapon, which only I have. Well, by the way, you will have it if you go to the cart and subscribe there. I will definitely post it as soon as there is some activity there, if you really like this gun. And he called it you vegan. The name is actually quite strange. If you translate from English, then this is an egg. It sounds really funny, but there is a certain logic in this, which I was guided by when I created this weapon. In general, it reminds me of some kind of childbirth. There are such colors in it, acidic, orange, green, and it reminds me of something like the birth of something new, that is, the birth of a star. That is, I had two names, Ova of a different name means star, Ova egg, but as if O vegan sounds more interesting and more beautiful. In general, this is how my name happened. You can blame me for this, but as it happened, because I agree about vegan here, it sounds a little strange if translated into Russian, but in English it sounds quite good. As it seems to me, it looks quite beautiful. I didn't want to make it super big or super bulky so it wouldn't seem like it wasn't real. That is, my task was to build a weapon that, in principle, could exist in the real world. I would not want to make it huge so that it fits in my hand, that is, it would be so that it was a hand weapon, and not some kind of huge cannon there, which looks awkward and, in principle, does not fit into any single understanding of logic of the real world, I mean. And in principle, it will be strange in games if a huge character holds a super big gun in his hands, which looks really awkward. And for its size, it is really powerful, because, by the way, in my opinion, I watched this movie in Black People for a very long time. Well, somehow I don't want to revise it, but Black People also had similar weapons and some motives can be found from Black People and which are traced it is in our Ghana. By the way, I didn't spend a lot of time building it, because you know, when there is inspiration, there is an idea, then it was not difficult to implement it with my skills. Especially after I realized how skins and hitboxes in chalk background work in principle. That is, I understood it all, it became easier for me to do everything. In general, it looks like something like this. We have such a store. We have a blaster type magazine, that is, these blasters are more than ordinary fire weapons. We have additional, let's say, a kind of barrel minigun on top, that is, there are 2 barrels here, there are more of them in the minigun, respectively. That is, she shoots about 6 to 10 bullets there at the same time, that is, there is no exact specifics, but approximately in this category. We have a butt like this, so that it is convenient to hold and, in principle, for Melon, I think it is convenient to hold it, since it is small, convenient and, in principle, not heavy in size. The length of the gas tube is also not very huge, that is, it is approximately, well, I even called it short. That is, this is a short weapon and, accordingly, at long distances, I do not think that it will be useful if you translate it into the realities of the real world. But if there is a background within the framework of Mayam, then a short weapon does not necessarily mean that it is not accurate. In general, something like that. As for me, it looks quite juicy and interesting and creative, but no one will praise themselves, as they say. Well, no one will praise it like it says something differently there, but I came up with my own saying in general just now. And look at how it shoots. Damn, what a sound, I've been looking for a long time. As a result, I found a sound similar to something from Star Wars and slightly altered it, adding a little bit of effects. We got such an interesting, ringing sound. Look how he easily demolishes all the Melons. Yes, I may have overdone it with the settings, but I decided to leave it because since it is the most powerful small hand weapon and the most imbovo turns out, because look how many Melons immediately kills and does not just leave a single chance. I'll tell you even more. If you put a tank next to it, then the tank is also not put on an even place. Well, respectively, if it is only a destructible tank. If this is a Type 71 tank, as in the first case, then, accordingly, the tank is indestructible and it will be difficult for our Ovegan to cope with it, or rather not to cope with everything. Well, if I'm a desk, it's destructible pretty cool and it blows it just to splinters. Also, I did not forget to work out the glow effect, that is, when the weapon heats up, it changes its color. I decided to leave the acidity so that the acidity would not change, but I added red and look, when our weapons heat up, this acidity turns yellow and the weapon turns red, so pink. In general, I tried to work on this as well, and let's see how many Melons our weapons take down at once. Let's start with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 Melons and see what happens to them. And yes, guys, he just blows everyone off with one swing. It was very simple for our weapons. Look at how it is stated on the shoot everything looks. In general, it's really quite a top and cool weapon, it seems to me. Well, in principle, I told everything I could about this weapon. I'll leave the gameplay a bit so that you can enjoy the slow shooting under the shooting for this weapon and it's time to finish. If you want to get a mod for this weapon, then in front of the cart and there I will probably leave a link, but if there is a lot of activity and a desire to get this gun, be sure to jump into our conversation. By the way, I have a cool idea to make large-scale films with the help of you, with the help of our subscribers, where we will make buildings together, and I will just mount everything and upload it to YouTube. Well, guys, it's time to finish. Thank you all for watching, good luck to everyone, so long and I remember my friend, as always, I'll see you one of these days.